power, no brake.
Wow.
I thought I'd give you one of them.
Wow.
Brake, down again.
Wow, it's skipping around, but it's just...
It was airborne.
Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. So today I'm going to drive not one, not two, not three, or even four, but 5 supercars here at Supercar Drive Days near Aldershot. I think this is going to be an exceptional day, and right at the end I'm also going to have a hot lap in an Ariel Atom, so I think this should be really good. I've signed on already, first supercar's waiting, let's go. Okay guys, so here we are out in the first car of the day, an R8 V10 Spyder, which I'm going to find very interesting because I've driven the V10 Plus Coupe, but it's a sunny day and I don't know the circuit, so I'm going to concentrate for a little bit and then do some more talking.
Once you've got the car in a straight line, away we go. Off the gear, over to the right, letting the car drift over to the left, feeding the power in. Staying to the left, coming up to a little chicane, so we'll start to brake, go down a gear, down to third, nice and smooth through the chicane, then staying to the right, and then we'll start to brake down second. Quite a late turn in here, real late apex around to the left. Once you've got the car in a straight line, away we go. Up the gear, coming up to chicane, so we'll start to brake, start to slow it down a gear, nice and smooth through the chicane. Moving over to the right just helps as we go round to the left.
What I love about these R8s is they're just confidence inspiring bits of kit, aren't they? They're just so nice easy to drive.
Away we go. Up the gear, over to the right, letting it drift over to the left, straight down. Start to brake, start to slow it down a gear, down one more. Through the chicane. Start to brake down second, real late apex, round to the left. Once we're in a straight line, away we go. Up the gear, coming up to little chicanes, we start to brake, go down a gear, nice and smooth through chicane. Coming into the pits, we start but the hazards on, yeah, over too quick.
So there you go, 3 laps in an R8 V10. Very, very impressive car. You just want more time in the car just to get as used to it as possible, but I just love that four-wheel drive, lots of power, on the power early. So that is car number 1. Now the interesting thing now is I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to get straight into a Gallardo, which is going to be a good comparison because obviously they're fundamentally the same car. Although I'm sure Lamborghini probably wouldn't want me to say that.
No. Cool, wind neutral handbrake on.
Excellent. Thank you for that, sir.
No, thank you very much. How was that?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, very good. Cool. That was really interesting. So obviously on these days they kind of have some rules, so the instructor tells you when to change up, which is at 5,000 RPM, and unfortunately with that V10 that's just about when it's getting on song, so it's a little bit frustrating, but still a great experience. If you've never got behind the wheel of a proper supercar, this is a great way to do it. So I really enjoy that. The Spyder, that R8 V10 Spyder is a real cracking car. So the next up is the Gallardo. Now they've got 1 Spyder and 1 coupe, so I'm hoping I'll get in the Spyder and then I can do a pretty good like-for-like comparison. So that's 1 down. Next up, Lamborghini Gallardo. Okay guys, we are now in Lamborghini Gallardo Spyder, and I really wanted to drive this just to kind of give it a bit of a comparison with plus it's my first ever drive in a Lambo, which is very exciting.
And open top in the sun.
Open top in the sun, that's instantly that noise difference, the exhaust tone difference.
Yeah, it's a lot louder, a lot more sort of ostentatious than a R8 would be.
Yeah.
And find those gear changes are a bit more aggressive, suspension's a lot harder.
Yeah. That noise is awesome. Yeah, it is a lot firmer sprung, isn't it?
Yeah. So ideally it favours a much smoother road surface.
Yeah.
Whereas the R8's a bit softer, it's a bit more compliant over the bumps.
They always say they're a similar car, they're not. It feels totally different position for my feet. Quite heavy weighted steering.
Yeah.
And those little gear pedals, they are tiny, aren't they?
Yeah,
for me
not
they're a bit
particularly
too
big.
big.
Yeah,
Sorry, too small.
Yeah, we'll go round to the left of this Ferrari.
It's not often you get to overtake the 458 and then follow a Huracan, really.
Past the Huracan. If you, as we come out, just stay to the left, go tight to the left, and look over to your right. That's it, just lift off a bit.
Yeah. Drift experience. Here we go.
Unfortunately,
oh man, it goes so fast. 3 laps goes so quick. Well, that was my first drive of a Lamborghini, and I have to say that just makes me want more. So we've done 2. We've done the R8 and the Gallardo. Now, although these guys run a whole fleet of really cool cars, 911, they've got some Aston Martins, they've also got the ability to upgrade. So they do an upgrade pack, and I bought a 3-car upgrade pack. So the next 3 cars I'm going to drive are the upgrade ones, and that is the new Huracan Spyder, that's only about 3 weeks old apparently, 458 Spyder, oh yeah, and my first McLaren, the McLaren 570S, so this should be very, very cool. Okay guys, here we are in a Lamborghini Huracan 610-4, to be technically correct.
That's it. If you change up another gear and stay on the power ramp, yeah? So, flows around to the left, between the 2 yellow cones, and then we're heading behind the barn.
Yeah.
So tight left, so we're going to brake and go down again. Perfect. Off the brake, turn in, and feed the power back in nice and smooth until we're straight. Change up, stay on the power. Under the trees to the right, stay on the power, keep going, keep going. Perfect. And over to the left, chicane. Okay, and brake and go down 1 gear, that's it, off the brakes.
Yeah.
That's it, turn in, and then stay to the right hand side, okay?
Super.
Brake and go down another gear, don't turn in too early, turn in.
Superb gearbox.
It is, isn't it?
Jeez.
Go. Perfect.
Oh, those gear changes are awesome.
It is. It's fantastic.
Wow. Especially having come from the Gallardo straight into this,
Yeah,
it's like
so
a complete
off,
night and day.
off the brakes, back on the power. Yes, it is, definitely much better.
Oh no,
Perfect picture.
it is absolutely.
Little bump and then back on the power.
That is awesome. So one thing I am mentioning, guys, this car is really small if you've got long legs.
That is true.
My Lamborghini dream has just died, basically, because there's no way I could live with this car.
I'm sure they can bespoke make them for you.
Yeah, give me a bit more.
Turn to the left.
Here we go, man.
Feed the power in and then go. Remember, stay on the power under the trees. Keep going.
Oh man alive.
That's the right to the left. And brake and go down 1 gear. Off the brakes, turn in. So stay to the right hand side. Brake and go down another gear. Perfect. Turn in. Start feeding in the power.
Wow. So this car is about 3 weeks old. It's only done just over 1,000 miles or 1,800 miles, and it's
awesome.
Oh wow. So I'd never driven a Lamborghini up until about half an hour ago, and that is just outrageous. That gear change is beautiful. I thought the Porsche PDK was good, but that's
perfect. He's going to let us go.
Perfect. That's it, turn it. Squeeze the power on. Okay.
Wow. I tell you what, it gives you some confidence.
It does, doesn't it?
Wow. Oh man.
The gearbox is lovely. The soundtrack is
gearbox
lovely.
is outrageously good. Absolutely outrageously good. That was short but sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's an awesome car.
Best up. When you do one of these, upgrade. Simple as.
Definitely.
That was my first upgrade, and that was just wow.
Yeah. So you've got the
That is something else.
458
458
and the McLaren to
That's
go.
one of my favourite cars ever.
That's it. Both pedals perfect.
And that one.
Perfect.
Wow.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, sir.
No, well done, Peter. That was great.
That was outrageous. That Huracan, the gearbox was absolutely awesome. So it'd be very interesting now to jump out of a Huracan Spyder straight into a 458 Spyder. I've only ever driven a Ferrari once before, and that was a 355 at Thruxton many, many years ago, and it wasn't a very good experience with it. I couldn't go more than about 4,000 RPM. So this should be very, very cool. So yeah, the upgrade pack, worth every penny.
That's it, a little bit more power now up into third. Once we get over the top, accelerate away a bit more, into fourth. That's it, so a little bit of brakes here, just get a feel. Come off the brakes now. Obviously, we're not four-wheel driving this one, but it has got pretty good grip. So a little bit of power down there. We're going to get straight back on the brakes again. As you're braking, drop to third, a little bit more brakes. Don't worry about the gears now, back on the wheel. So a little turn in, straighten up as soon as we can.
Oh, that front end's outrageous.
Yeah, into fourth gear, into fifth. Balance it first on the way in, now accelerate away again. Into sixth. Brakes on again now, down to fifth, down to fourth, a little bit more brakes, that's it, into third, and then nice and smooth. And then all we need is, we don't need too much turning, so start to turn, the corner's finished, now straighten up, now power away. That's it, into fourth gear, fifth gear, balance the speed, now power away. Into sixth, brakes on now, down to fifth, down to fourth, and down to third. So it took up the inside, a little bit of power on.
Oh man, this is the car that made Vicky Butler Henderson cry, and I can kind of see why now.
Now just give him a little bit of room. There's no one really behind us, so we can let him go a little bit just to get that oomph. That's it. Now straighten up. Now power. Yeah, away we go. Into third. Into fourth. Into fifth.
Oh yes.
Back on the brakes. Down to fourth and into third. A little bit of power through the chicane. A little bit of power on again. That's it. Tucking in behind the Aston. Now get it really tucked in. Get it really tucked in. Get it straight. Get it straight. Get it straight. Then power. Into third. Into fourth. Into fifth. Back on the brakes again. Into fourth. And into third, balancing the speed, and we're coming into the pits this time.
Oh, shame. Wow.
Right.
I didn't do too much commentary there.
No, it's good, it's fine.
Nah.
Made the turn in, we're going to come and
That
keep
is,
it in second.
That noise is just outrageous.
Good, isn't it?
Lovely. So that Ferrari was absolutely superb. It's like the only problem with it is you've only got 3 laps. You have to get in it quickly. You have to get the feel of it quickly. There's clearly some restrictions in terms of how fast you can go and what kind of RPM you can pull. But even with those restrictions, you feel these cars and they're just so fast. That Huracan and that Ferrari are so quick. The gear changes are super smooth. The noise, the soundtrack's amazing. Absolutely brilliant. I need to drive one a lot more. So anyway, last supercar of the day, save the best till last, is the McLaren 570.
Power. 1 foot down. Into third. Off the power. Dropping down the hill. No brakes, trust me. Down the hill. He'll make this all day long. We're gonna go faster the next time.
That turbo's bloody awesome.
Right. All we're doing here, brake down into second gear. We're going to round the shed and we're turning to the left. Hopefully they'll get out of our way. Come round the corner. Come on, put your straight past on the right. Go past. No, straight past. Up a gear. Get him under the tree. More power. Up a gear. Come on, more power. Up a gear. Keep it going, keep it going. No brake. Come down a gear. Move to the right. As you move to the right, slow him right down for this hot corner. Stay on the right. Brake, brake, brake. Down a gear. Cross your hands. Get your wheel straight and power. Up a gear. Up a gear. Brake. Down a gear. Flick through. Back to the right. Off the power now. Off the power. Up a gear. Get him under the tree. Keep the power on. Keep the power on. Brake now. Down a gear. Move to the right. Slow him right down. Down a gear. And this is your last lap. Do you want another one? Power. Come on, power. Up a gear. Up a gear. Brake. Down a gear. Off the brakes. You'll make that off the brakes.
Oh, this car's outrageously good.
Slow him down.
Wow.
Wait for the bump. Power. Up a gear. Off the power. No brake.
Wow.
I don't want to give you one of them.
Wow.
Brake, brake, down a gear.
Wow, it's skipping around, but it's just...
It was airborne. Up a gear. Up a gear. Under the tree.
Oh, yes.
Brake. Down a gear. To the right. Slow him right down. Down another gear.
Oh man, that's the best £10 I've ever spent.
Are we going in this time? Power?
Yeah.
Power. Up a gear. Up a gear. Brake. I'll put our hazards on and in we go.
Oh man, that bit out, that was outrageous.
Yep.
What a car.
It helps if you have a crazy Welsh instructor.
Yeah, crazy Welsh instructor, you're the best instructor here today.
Everyone says that. They also say I'm crazy. I'm
oh man, that is just...
Well, you know, we're all racing drivers, aren't we?
So I've just got one thing left to do, and that is to get in this supercharged Ariel Atom and do my hot lap. I'm not going to be able to film in that, and I'm certainly not going to be able to hold a camera. I'm just going to hang on for grim death, I think. But I think this should be quite spectacular. McLaren, Ferrari. That was immense. Oh my goodness me, that Atom was absolutely incredible. It was the 310 bhp supercharged variant. In fact, here it goes. The guy driving it really knew what he was doing as well. So I really enjoyed that. If you like Ariel Atoms, hopefully we might have one coming to Petrol soon. In Lamborghini Gallardo. In July I've got a Caterham 620S press car, and I'm hoping to tie it with a mate of mine who's got an Ariel Atom to do a comparison video. It's very windy up here, so apologies for that. Anyway, I am going to go home now. What an incredible day. Check out Supercar Drive Days. I'll put their details in the description below. They really do let you drive the cars, and yes, there's, you know, you can't drive like a complete idiot and you can't red line them or anything, but you drive pretty quick. That McLaren 570, I was being egged on to drive that really quick. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've managed to bag my first Lamborghini, my first McLaren, and I would call really my first proper Ferrari as well. It's been a very, very special day. I'm going to try and get longer, Ferrari 458, longer time in some of those cars. I'll hopefully do better reviews and so on in the future, but I'm going to sign off there and drive home. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have done so, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come. I will see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.